The WTH News Network. I'm Michael Corral.
I'm Marta Corral.
And we took some time off, and there's so much news to cover. I called it, will the real Russian/Chinese spy please stand up? But really, in reality, these people we're going to talk about would probably be more commonly called assets because spies are smart. They're being used by the Russians and the Chinese.
The assets are more like the useful idiots.
Yeah. It's like Trump was a Russian asset. He probably because they had leverage, the P tapes. It's going to come out someday. Now he's, stealing classified documents, and who knows who he's sharing those with. And so his cronies are following suit.
Wait. Then just to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Did you hear? I know you did. What he said, I think it was not. I don't know if it was today or sometime this weekend, but he was saying it's a written law that any president can take any classified information anytime he wants, for whatever reason he wants. He doesn't have to ask. It's like.
And I'm sure they read the Presidential Records Act to him.
And so
times.
Obviously everybody is saying, no, that's not a thing. And he, just the fact that the stories just change. First, the FBI planted it, and then he declassified it. And now he's saying that it's a long-standing rule that you just automatically. So why didn't he say that from the very beginning?
How did they indict him?
Why did he accuse the FBI of planning it if he has every right to have them? Can you please explain that to me?
I'm sure the judge who issued the search warrant for Mar-a-Lago is versed in the law. So they got a search warrant. They got an indictment. You couldn't get any of those things. It was a long-standing rule that everybody. Trump always likes to say that. Everybody knows.
Like, why the hell are you saying that the FBI planted it then?
Absolutely.
Like, if you rightfully have it, you don't have to say that.
And then, coming in second in our list of probable Russian assets, we've got our favorite MTG. Let's see. Where is she? There we go.
The enemy of the state.
Yeah.
Amendment number 6 directs the president to withdraw the U.S. from NATO. My amendment would direct the president withdrawal from NATO. They are not a reliable partner whose defense spending should be paid for by American citizens. For the better part of the last decade, Germany has contributed only around 1% of its GDP to finance NATO obligations, while the United States is paying around 4% of our GDP to defend NATO countries. The United States has been financing and promising to defend NATO countries for decades and paying more than its fair share. Western European countries could and should be stepping up their financial contributions to ensure the security of NATO. Instead, they are entirely beholden to Russia, and the U.S. taxpayer is expected to foot the bill.
Whoa. We're beholden to Russia? I'm confused.
First of all, it's not like you get an invoice from the UN being like, okay, this is how much money we need, and the U.S. is going to pay all of it, and you guys don't have to pay anything. That's not how it works. They all agreed to, 2% of their GDP?
It's more around there.
You don't get to be like, okay, I'm paying more, you're paying less, you're not paying your share, I'm paying my share. That's not how it works. And the other thing I want to say is, I can't, every time she opens her mouth, I can't help but to think that she really doesn't like this country. It's like, if you're trying to dismantle it, you'll try to get rid of the FBI, the DOJ, the police when you don't agree with them. You do try to take us out of NATO. Why are you here? Why are you even here? Like, if you don't like the way this country is set up and the way it's run, why are you here? You don't run for office to dismantle everything that we've known for, hundreds some odd years. She doesn't like this country.
Nope.
She sides with Putin. Just get that through your head. She sides with Putin.
Yep. And
I can't.
NATO is stronger than ever. Sweden is coming in. Finland just got in. Now's the time to take us out of NATO. I mean, Trump wanted to take us out of NATO. Trump maybe had the power. President maybe had the power. I don't really know if the House can even file an amendment like that. But as luck would have it, nobody listened to her silly ass anyways. Nobody takes her seriously, even in her own party. Where's that the latest impeachment? Haven't seen that in a while. I think she tried to impeach Biden 3 times.
She's in the process of recycling. The impeachment will come up, I predict, in a couple more weeks.
Yep.
When she runs through everything else, she'll bring it up again.
And then with the most dangerous time in our lifetimes facing us geopolitically, we got this dude. What's this? Tommy Tuberville?
Yeah, Alabama.
Blocking generals. Let's see this story. Yeah, Alabama. Let's see. There we go.
Nominee for the Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman, General Charles Brown Jr., criticized Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama for his blockade of military promotions yesterday during its Senate committee hearing. The senator is vowing to block military promotions until the Defense Department scraps its policy that gives time off and travel reimbursements to service members who have to travel out of state for abortion services. Tuberville's protest keeping hundreds of military personnel from their new positions, including the leader of the United States Marine Corps. Corps now without a permanent chief for the first time in more than 150 years. Here's what.
Wow. I'm sure that's making us safer. Blocking generals.
So just a little bit of backstory here. I don't know if you guys remember Roy Moore. He was a former senator of Alabama, and he got a lot of flack. He was dating a 13-year-old. Do you remember all that? And he's the one who rode in on a horse to the election. How long ago? Like 6 years ago or something like that.
God, that's kind of normal
And
now.
so he lost to the Democrat. And I remember Black women were largely credited for handing him that loss. So this guy Doug Jones won, the Democrat. Doug Jones, he actually was on CNN. He speaks sometimes, and then for his reelection, he lost to this piece of crap. So he hasn't even been in office for I don't know, 4 years at the most. And what I want to know, how is one senator who's in the minority controlling all this?
Yeah.
They spoke to
WTH.
Mitch McConnell said he would never do a thing like that. I mean, who knows if it's true, but he's like on the record, he's opposed to what's happening. Yeah. How is this one newcomer causing so much damage? Like I've looked for the information. I don't understand how. One person, if he's in the minority party.
I don't get it either. But then now we got this other one, the whistleblower. Not the one that's dead, but the one that was missing. Well, it turns out that one's been a fugitive since like February of last year. Now, keep this part in mind, because the Republicans are going to talk about the weaponized DOJ again and again. Way before they had the majority, way before any investigations of Biden, any of that, this guy was already indicted for what? Being an unregistered Chinese agent and weapons smuggling to Iran. Let's roll that clip. Let's see. But the whistleblower yet.
This so-called whistleblower.
Everything.
Yeah. They have not actually caught this so-called
fugitive
whistleblower
On the run.
that James Comer. So he is a fugitive from the law. So they have embraced these House Republicans a fugitive on the law. And also, just because, we were going to break and we've been talking about Russia, I said that he might be a Russian spy. No, I'm so sorry. Not a Russian spy. He may be the Republicans' great hope, maybe a Chinese spy.
Yep.
So he's on the run. He's a fugitive from
Smoking
the law.
gun.
Smoking gun.
And the fine people in the Southern District of New York think that Comer's like ace in his pocket that he's going to pull out and show the libs. He's going to own the libs with a suspected Chinese spy who's a fugitive from the law. And there you have, Willie Geist, your 2023 House Republican caucus.
And their only comeback that they have for that is, well, nobody is disputing that he knows this information. That's all they have.
And there you have it. Will the real Russian or Chinese asset or spy please stand up? Because I can't keep track of them all. And they seem to be in our government. They're running things. How have we gone so far off this deep end?
And you know, it's kind of off the subject, but I troll a lot of the pages of the politicians that I don't like, including Lauren Boebert. I don't like her. I don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene, among others. One thing I will say, you go on Marge's page, all of it is like attacking, impeachment, we're going to do this investigation, blah, blah, blah. No, not a single word about anything that she's accomplished for her constituents or for the country or whatever.
Yeah.
I go on Lauren Boebert's page, bless her heart, her page is about what she does for the people of Colorado. Like, this person, I don't like her. I know it's all, bullshit, but she focuses on what she believes she's doing for the people of Colorado. She's she did that one time where she forced the impeachment proceedings, but that was the only thing. Like, she's usually interested in helping her constituents. Hate her.
I mean, does she actually help them though?
But that's a big difference.
Yeah.
You go on Marjorie's page, nothing. And the funny thing is, the Republicans, like when I get into these arguments on social media, they're always saying, "You're just about anti-Trump. All you want is no Trump. You don't have anything good to say about anybody else. It's all about not Trump." If you go on Marjorie's page, that's all that she does too.
Yeah.
It's all about impeachment, impeach this person, impeach that person, investigate this, find the whistle. Again, I'm speechless today with everything that's going on. I can't even speak.
If I could speak for the WTH News Network, we are anti-Trump. I ain't holding back. But we have facts. We have truth. We have statistics. We have reasons to be anti-Trump, and they just keep mounting, and he keeps giving us new ones.
Yeah, and they always say you're just anti-Trump, and that's all you're about. Isn't that enough? It's not enough to just be anti-Trump. How much is that going to help the country? A lot.
I'm Michael Carell for the WTH News
I'm Marta
Network.
Carell.
See you next time. Oh,
Bye.
wait. Be sure to like, subscribe, bell.